She sat across the room, looking at her through half-closed eyes. You bathed last night again? Did you? Uli shook her head quickly. No, Grandma. I swear. I stayed inside. I don't even step outside. Oluchi walked in, took the wrapper from Uli. She snuffed it once and then dropped it, as if it had burned her fingers. This is from the river, she said in a low voice. Not the stream, the deep part, the forbidden part. Noche crossed her arms. She'd been touched. Uli's heart dropped. Noche did not blink. By a spirit. They call you when you bathe at night. They like water, especially girls who wash under the moon. Oluchi sat slowly. I warned you, Uli. I do not go, Uli whispered. I stayed inside. I did not know how the wrapper got wet, but no one was listening. They were already whispering to each other, their faces tight with fear. Later that morning, while sweeping the compound, Oluchi discovered tiny wet footprints that led from the edge of the house towards the back room, Uli's room. However, the footprint did not belong to anyone in the house. The toes were too long, and the heel was too sharp, like something that crawled on 2 feet, but did not belong to any human. That night, Noche lighted a fire and placed dry leaf on it to create smoke. Don't open the door if you hear a voice, she warned. What if it calls my name? Uli asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Noche looked at her and replied, especially if he calls your name. Later that night, the voice came again, but this time it was inside the room. Uli did not remember falling asleep. One moment she was staring at a flame-lapping oil lamp beside her mat, and the next, everything was silent, too silent. She heard it, a soft whisper, Uli. She sat up slowly. The room was dark, and the lamp flanked low. She turned her head towards the window, and the curtains swayed gently, even though the night air was still. Uli! It wasn't outside, it was inside. Her heart thundered in her chest. She glanced at Noche's mat. It was empty. Oluchi's mat was empty too. She was alone in the room, alone with the voice. The whisper came again, louder now, as if it was behind the curtain. Come! Ulimat opened to scream, but nothing came out. Her throat was dry. She reached for the lamp and tried to turn the knob, but the flame only flared quicker. Come to the water! She stooped slowly, her legs trembling. Her wrapper was damp again, freshly soaked. The smell of river mud filled the room. She did not want to move, but her feet began to take one step, then another, towards the curtain. Her finger reached out to pull it aside, but just before she could touch the fabric, something cold wrapped around her ankle. She gasped and looked down. There was a long, wet hand reaching from beneath her mat. It was pale and thin, with green nails. She kicked and screamed, stumbling backward and falling into the floor. The lamp crashed beside her and went off, and darkness swallowed the room.